Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on King Richard II, and today we get to hear from King Richard II in Act 1, Scene 4. So, quick little recap of what has been happening. Henry Bolingbroke and Thomas Mowbray wanted to duel each other because they both thought that the other one were traitors. Thomas Mowbray might have killed the Duke of Gloucester at the king's behest. But instead of actually fighting each other, the king stopped it at the very last second and said, instead of killing each other, you're both going to be banished. Bolingbroke, you're going to be banished for 10 years. Mowbray, you're banished for the rest of your life. Mowbray was very upset about that. But as soon as he leaves, for the sake of John of Gaunt, who is Bolingbroke's father, the king reduces Henry's banishment, or Bolingbroke's banishment, to be just 6 years instead of 10 years. So at the end of Act 1, Scene 3, we have like the sad goodbye between Gaunt and Bolingbroke, because Gaunt is pretty sure he's going to die before Bolingbroke comes back, because he's an old man. So anyway, now here we are in Act 1, Scene 4, and it's important to note that King Richard had some friends who were commoners who sort of acted as his advisors, and a lot of people didn't necessarily like that. So in the play there, Bushy, Bagot, and Green are these three characters who are just sort of like commoners, but also kind of friends, but also kind of advisors of the king's, and there's a lot of resentment about their existence. So Act 1, Scene 4 starts out, and he's chatting with them. Bushy, Bagot, and Green are there, and the Duke of O'Merle comes in, O'Merle being the son of the Duke of York. So again, he's another cousin of Richard's and a cousin of Bolingbroke's, because they're all related at this point. Yay, royalty. O'Merle comes in. O'Merle had helped see Bolingbroke off. So he has just come back from doing that, and King's like, so how did it go? And O'Merle talks a little bit of smack about Bolingbroke, saying like he didn't have the appropriate farewells, and I shed no tears for him, and blah blah blah. And King Richard said, he is our cousin, but 'tis doubt when time shall call him home from banishment, whether our kinsmen come to see his friends, ourself and Bushy. Here Bagot and Green observed his courtship to the common people, how he did seem to dive into their hearts with humble and familiar courtesy, what reverence he did throw away on slaves, wooing poor craftsmen with the craft of souls, and patient underbearing of his fortune, as 'twere to banish their effect within. Off goes his bonnet to an oyster wench. A brace of draymen bid God speed him well, and had the tribute of his supple knee with, thanks, my countrymen, my loving friends, as were our England in reversion his, and he our subjects next degree in hope. So this is an interesting bit to notice, because like one thing that goes through this play a lot is King Richard is very flowery in his speech, very descriptive, sort of beautiful imagery, stuff like that. And Bolingbroke's speeches tend to be a little more concrete in what they're talking about. But this is an interesting bit because it starts to show little bits of maybe almost jealousy, that King Richard has noticed how much the common people, well, King Richard's minions, Bushy, Bagot, and Green, have noticed how much the common people respond to Bolingbroke and how sad they seemed to see him go. Just think that it's interesting that he's sort of envious of this connection that Bolingbroke seemed to have to the people, as if they want Bolingbroke to be the next king, which, spoilers. So anyway, yeah, that's just kind of what this is about, is that Bolingbroke is beloved and going to be missed by the people. So in response to this, Green is like, yeah, that's a thing, but also Ireland is getting ready to wage war against us, and that's going to begin the next little bit of plot stuff that happens in this play. And tomorrow we get to hear a little bit more from King Richard in regard to his thoughts on the wars in Ireland. I will see you then for that.